prisoner on April 30th, 1951. Solis was awarded numerous honors, including the Purple Heart, the Prisoner of War Medal, the United Nations Service Medal, and the Republic of Korea War Service Medal. A service for Solis was held Wednesday at Angel Lucy's funeral home in Victoria. Private First Class Solis's remains will leave Angel Lucy's funeral home, 706 East Crestwood Drive, Saturday morning at 7:30. The route will go southbound onto Lawrence Street, continuing over U.S. Highway 59 and then down Highway 185 until reaching St. Patrick's Catholic Church. Visitation for PFC Solis will start Saturday morning at 9 with a rosary to be recited at 9:15 at St. Patrick's Church, 13,316 State Highway 185 in Bloomington. Funeral Mass is to be celebrated at 10 a.m., burial to follow at San Jose Cemetery on Black Bayou Road in Bloomington.
The Victoria County Jail currently has 17 inmates from the Nueces County Jail. Victoria County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Will Franklin told us in the agreement with Nueces County, they can take up to a maximum of 20 inmates. The Victoria County Jail has housed Nueces County inmates for over a year. Victoria County gets $60 a day per inmate from Nueces County. The Victoria County Jail is at 74% capacity, while the Nueces County Jail is at 102% capacity. Early voting in Victoria County is at the Dr. Patty Dotson Health Center, 2805 North Navarro Classroom A. It will be open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Early voting ends Friday, November 4th.
2 more Victoria County early voting places will be open Saturday and Sunday. The UHV North Multi-Purpose Room, 3007 North Ben Wilson Street, will be open for early voting Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sunday from 12 noon to 5 p.m. The foyer at John Wesley United Methodist Church, 8300 Zach Lentz Parkway, will be open for early voting Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sunday from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Early voting in Calhoun County Thursday, there were 289 in-person votes, total of 1,290 in-person votes so far in Calhoun County, 17 mail-in votes Thursday there for a total of 170 mail-in votes. Early voting totals from DeWitt County Thursday. There were 303 in-person votes Thursday for a total of 1,262 in-person votes so far. There were 24 mail-in votes in DeWitt County Thursday, 160 mail-in votes total so far.
More than 2 million Texans have voted early so far in the midterm election. Texas was the first state in the country to offer early voting, according to the Texas Secretary of State's website. As long as you are registered to vote by October 11th, you can get your early voting done early and avoid possible long lines on Election Day. Now, over $140 million have been donated to the 2 main Texas gubernatorial campaigns. A group called Open Secrets reports Governor Greg Abbott has $95 million this election season, with some money rolled over from previous elections. Governor Abbott has over $141 million in campaign contributions. Democrat nominee Beto O'Rourke has had over $47 million contributed to his campaign.
College voters in the Lone Star State are being held back by Texas voter laws and a lack of on-campus polling sites. The Texas Tribune reports half of the state's public universities have an on-campus early voting location this year. That drops to around 20% for Texas' 9 historically black colleges and universities. For Election Day, 55% of Texas public universities have voting locations.
Well, it is Halloween weekend, and Howie, how is the weather going to be for this week?
Today was kind of spooky for sure. Rain, winds, a little bit of hail here and there, but hey, we're starting to clear off. So, I mean, I know it adds to the spookiness if you're watching movies, but you want to walk around and get that candy. You don't want to be soaking wet. I know that chocolate doesn't taste as well underwater, but here's what we got for now. The boundary pushing through a little bit on the breezy side. That's kind of spooky. We had the leaves around here, but as Don said, they don't turn around here, they burn. So we don't have any leaves really to blow around here in the crossroads. A little bit on the breezy side. Those winds will start to lessen tonight. into the 60s, clear and nice. Overnight, a little bit cooler, 50s. Now, this 50s is the weather we'll see overnight. We'll be close to 80 on Halloween Day, but then later on, we'll start dropping down. That should be very comfortable for Halloween. We'll talk more about that coming up very soon. Don, Karina?
Howie, thank you. City of San Antonio officials are trying to withhold the release of public information related to the case of Eric Cantu. The teenager was shot by a San Antonio police officer earlier this month. The City of San Antonio has asked Attorney General Ken Paxton whether the city can keep the public records private under an exception in the state law. KSAT in San Antonio has asked for more video of the shooting. Officials in the Rio Grande Valley confirmed that a 3-year-old girl died of a pediatric flu. She is the first person in the United States this year to have died of pediatric flu.
Hospitals across the country are dealing with 3 respiratory illnesses at once. There's growing concern from doctors over a possible triple-demic this winter.
RSV, or respiratory syncytial virus, is a common illness that is occasionally severe in young children and one doctors are used to treating. But this year, children's hospitals across the country are seeing an unexpected rise in cases and hospitalizations.
We saw RSV starting to circulate in the summer, and we had a very, very early peak.
In these 5 states, pediatric hospital beds are almost at capacity, with Rhode Island reaching 99%. Dr. Andy Shane with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says, along with the rise in RSV cases, the flu is also a growing concern.
We definitely are starting to see many, many more cases of influenza in children with flu. Among the children that we've been seeing with COVID and influenza that are requiring hospitalization, 95% have not been fully vaccinated.
The CDC says flu positivity rates increased at the beginning of October from 2.8% to more than 4% in just 1 week, a rate experts say is higher than usual for this time of year. And of course, there is still concern over COVID-19. While those cases remain relatively low, doctors worry about how much of an impact all 3 of these respiratory illnesses will have this season.
The question is, how severe will it be? We've already started seeing cases, and we're not even in winter yet. So that's why it's really important to get that influenza shot.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
The Victoria County Public Health Department is administering seasonal flu shots. The flu shot clinic is on Tuesdays from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. and on Thursdays from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. and 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. The health department is at the Dr. Patty Dodson Health Center, 2805 North Devero. The cost is $35 and Medicare is accepted. For more information, call 361-578-6281, option 3.
Elon Musk takes control of Twitter after a long legal battle and months of uncertainty. Now the question is, what will he do with the giant social media platform? Musk gave a hint in a tweet this afternoon. He says no decisions on content or reinstating of suspended accounts will be made until a content moderation council is in place. Major personnel shakeups are widely expected as Musk already fired several top Twitter executives. Which brings us to your viewer poll this evening. But first, don't forget to come to crosswordstoday.com/vote to participate in our polls. Viewers can also scan the QR code to get this poll. Now, the question is, do you agree with Elon Musk's plans to reinstate suspended accounts on Twitter? Yes, no, or I don't use Twitter. We go ahead and take a look. 47% say yes, 42% say no, and 11% don't have Twitter. We want to hear from you. Stay with us. And for 25 News Now at 10 for viewer poll results with Don Brubaker and myself.
Close vote there. Very
vote.
close, yeah. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News Now at 6. ExxonMobil has just set a record in the company's 152-year history.
Also ahead, a Fort Hood soldier is suspect in several sexual assaults at the U.S. Army base in Central Texas.
With the scary high savings from Mac Hike Victoria, there's never been a better time to upgrade to a brand new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe. For details, get to Mac Hike Hyundai in Victoria, HyundaiVictoria.com.
You can enjoy endless entertainment and local news updates for free on our 17 over-the-air channels. Connect your TV antenna to your smart TV in 3 easy steps. Connect the coaxial cable from your antenna to the back of your TV. Select the menu button on your remote and navigate to the correct input of your antenna. Find the channel scan option and click market. Setting up your antenna will keep you entertained and informed with the latest weather updates and emergency information for free. Call or email for questions or more information. Stay connected and stay safe.
Responsible Texans want responsible judges who follow the law. We pay our taxes. Judicial candidate Aaron Pena doesn't. He owes the IRS over $44,000. We buy car insurance. Aaron Pena's gotten 3 tickets for driving with no insurance, even while running for judge. And as a lawyer, Aaron Pena was reprimanded for professional misconduct and suspended from practicing law 6 times. If you want a responsible judge who follows the law, that's not Aaron Pena.
With the scary high savings from Mack Hike Victoria, there's never been a better time to upgrade to a brand new 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe. For details, get to Mack Hike Hyundai in Victoria, HyundaiVictoria.com.
A Texas-based oil company reports huge third-quarter profits. Houston-based ExxonMobil broke records with its profits in the third quarter, raking in over $19 billion in net income. That is ExxonMobil's biggest quarterly profit in the company's 152-year history. It's more than double the revenue it received last year. During the same period, Exxon had record production also in the Permian Basin. A Fort Hood soldier is being held in jail suspected of committing multiple sexual assaults at the fort. The 29-year-old soldier, whose name was not released, was detained earlier this month after the alleged sexual assault of a fellow soldier.
Yes, Dawn, the suspect is now being held at the Bell County Jail. The charges against the soldier have not been specified, but they are linked to previous assaults. Attorney General Ken Paxton's ongoing battle with a justice of the peace in Medina County, whom he accused of election fraud, has resulted in another dismissal. District Judge Stephen Hilbig dismissed all charges against the justice Tomas Ramirez III after Texas' highest criminal court affirmed that Paxton's office had no authority to start any criminal proceedings unless the local county prosecutor gave permission. Governor Greg Abbott said he and other state leaders are pulling over $359 million out of the state prison system's budget to fund his Operation Lone Star border security operation through the next 10 months. So far, more than $4 billion has been sent to keep thousands of DPS troopers and Texas National Guard members stationed along the Texas-Mexican border and other areas of the state.
The Powerball jackpot soared to, are you ready for this? $825 million after Wednesday night's drawing had no grand prize winning ticket matching all 6 numbers. It is the second largest Powerball jackpot and 5th largest U.S. lottery jackpot of all time. Its cash value is over $410 million. The next drawing is Saturday. Best of luck, folks. There have been 36 straight drawings with no grand prize winner.
Alrighty, now grab your cell phone and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts and vote in our viewer polls. Get the latest news, weather, and sports, and learn all about our ongoing contest. You can also submit news tips, videos, and photos. Howie?
Thanks, Karina. You win those lottery numbers, those picks, you beat Don Brubaker's tax bracket. So we're going to take a look at the football weather conditions for tonight and more coming up.
What would happen to Texas if Beto O'Rourke became governor? Beto would hammer us with crushing tax increases, crumble our oil and gas industry with his radical environmental policies. He'd destroy public safety, opening our borders and defunding the police. And Beto would demolish law and order with easy bail, putting violent criminals back on the streets. Texas under Beto O'Rourke wouldn't be Texas anymore.
Victoria, the ducks are back. Try your luck and adopt a duck. This year you could win $5,000. The 3rd annual Victoria Duck Safari is Saturday, October 29th at Ethel Lee Tracy Park. Thousands of rubber ducks will be launched into the pond and race their way for a chance to win amazing prizes. Proceeds of the event benefit 26 area nonprofits. Learn more and adopt your ducks at victoriaducksafari.com. Sponsored in part by the Victoria Television Group.
My friend Joey comes from the land of Down Under, and here at Bravo, we're the home of the Down Under prices! Woo! Make no down payment, no payments for 90 days, and oil changes for life. Hop online or hop on in. Bravo Autos is a hopping place!
There's never been a better time to control your power with a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter. For a limited time, with purchase and installation of your Generac generator, choose $1,000 off or a free 10-year warranty. Choose freedom from the grid and choose your promo. This offer won't last long. Lock in your choice today with a free estimate only at Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer.
Hi, I'm Chief Fox with the Victoria Fire Department. As temperatures rise this summer and plummet this winter, not to mention hurricane season, residents may find themselves plugging into generators to deal with the unexpected power outage. Always use a portable generator outside at least 20 feet away from your house. Make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector in your home before using a generator. Use a single outdoor rated extension cord to power one appliance at a time. Before operating a generator, make sure you're familiar with the manufacturer and safety guidelines. Follow these tips and you'll be ready to use your generator safely.
All right, Gina will do the rest with football, but for now, I'll give you the weather update. So our boundary pushed through, bringing showers, bringing winds. We're still a little gusty here and there, but I think for the most part, that boundary is pushing away from the area, moving out into the open waters. That could be enough to maybe give us some decent or even very nice football weather. Kickoff, 65 degrees, winds getting down to about 10 miles per hour under partly clear skies. So I think a beautiful night for football, even for travel as rain starts to wind down for the most part. Here's our marine forecast. So 76 degrees for our water, seas 3 to 5, occasionally up to 6. We're going to keep our base still on the choppy side, so be very careful out there on the water, boating, swimming. Remember, again, it is Halloween weekend. Not trying to jinx anybody, have fun, but let's make it a very, very safe one. So tonight, dropping down into the 60s. Just a week ago, we were dropping down into the 40s at record low temperature of 42 degrees. We had a couple nights in the 40s this week, then back into the 50s. Last night, only dropping down into the 70s. But now, with frontal passage, that cold front starting to push down into the area, you're going to start to see that cooler air move in. We're looking for a few cooler days, but what does that mean? Because for the most part, we're at average or above average, 80s and 90s, get knocked down below average, into the 70s is ideal. A lot of people around the country would sign up for that in a heartbeat. So it's 60s tonight, but then overnight into the 50s. So some of the football conditions might start to see the 50s maybe in the second half. Now, let me just fast forward right here. The 50s should be the cool down where we'll get close to 80 for Halloween, but then we'll get into the 50s. So if you want to kind of compare that tonight, overnight, Halloween will start to cool down very nicely when you're out there having some fun trick-or-treating or going to your Halloween party. Then for tomorrow, up to 72 degrees, lots of sun. So 10 degrees below average, but you know what? That is beautiful, beautiful weather for sure under mostly sunny skies. Okay, here is what we have for Cuero. So, yeah, we have some disturbances pushing out from the west that have a chance of bringing some showers after the weekend. But the weekend's looking good. Halloween is looking good as well, even though we're starting to cloud up here in Cuero. Let's go now back to the water in Port Lavaca. So this is what we have. So lots of sun over the weekend. We're not seeing the disturbance affecting Port Lavaca. So Port Lavaca looking very good and staying on the dry side really for much of the week. So here we go now. One last look at Victoria. This is what we have. The front there passing through Friday into Saturday, then a cool day Saturday, but cool. I think that's absolutely picture perfect, beautiful. 72 with lots of sun, and then Sunday a little warmer, 77. Halloween close to 80. I said though, overnight dropping down in the 50s. That is very, very nice. But after Halloween, yeah, we are starting to warm up all over again. For more weather, news, and sports, you can go to our app. That's at crossroadstoday.com. That'll be free with any Android and iPhone. Now we go back to Karina.
Thanks, Howie. And now here's Gino with sports.
Thanks, Karina. The Victoria West Warriors are looking to clinch home field advantage, but they have a tough opponent. That's coming up after the break.
News Center 25 at 6 and 10 is also heard on KVNN 1340 AM, Victoria's News Network.
This is a hell of a story.
You're going to really take off.
I will work like a lion.
I'm a believer.
I don't think we've ever had that in 14 seasons.
I'm just so happy.
You are absolutely brilliant.
You were smart enough to follow through with your crazy idea.
That's really great.
I'm going to make you filthy rich.
Let's go!
Shark Tank, new tonight on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Stay up to date with what's happening in the Crossroads by downloading the Crossroads Today mobile app. You'll get instant alerts to your phone or tablet the minute breaking news or weather happens. Only the free Crossroads Today mobile app features weather updates for local sports. The Crossroads Today app gives you the ability to stream our daily newscast when you're on the go and share pictures or tips straight to our newsroom and so much more. Brought to you locally by Prosperity Bank with 12 locations serving the Crossroads area.
Wednesday, November 9th, the CMA Awards is live.
This is country music's biggest night, right?
And it kicks off with a must-see all-star tribute to Loretta Lynn. With performances by Carrie Underwood, Luke Bryan, Miranda Lambert, Morgan Wallen, Carly Pierce, and more. Plus, can't miss one-of-a-kind collaborations.
It's going to be a great show.
Luke Bryan and Peyton Manning host the CMA Awards live November 9th on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
ABC News, honored for excellence with 41 Emmy nominations, the most of any news organization anywhere. Thank you for making ABC News America's #1 news.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. Over the last 2 months, I've traveled to over 100 cities listening to my fellow Texans. They want their kids to get a great education, but without being taught woke policies that divide us. They want a secure border, safe neighborhoods, and a good-paying job. They know that Texas is America's last hope. Texans don't want Joe Biden's America. I'm fighting for you, and I'm fighting for Texas. I'm Dan Patrick, and I ask for your vote.
Howdy, Crossroads. The Hallettsville Brahmas and Hitchcock Bulldogs have met twice the past 2 seasons, and Hallettsville has won both times. Reporter Zach Brown is in Brahma country with the latest. Zach?
That's right, Gino. We're in Hallettsville with the Brahmas. We're playing Hitchcock for our game of the week, and as the season goes on, these games become more and more important. If Hitchcock wins tonight, they can win the district, but Hallettsville could put a wrench in those plans and cause chaos with a victory tonight forcing what will essentially be a 3-way tie. But talking to Coach Tommy Penzick of Hallettsville earlier this week, he knows the task ahead of them. He says the Bulldogs have 4 guys that run near the 4.3 range that are faster than anyone in their program. With that being said, Hitchcock in the month of October has had some close games, winning 2 of them by just 5 points. But their last game was a 55-0 thrashing of Hempstead. Hallettsville, though, when they played Hempstead, they shut them out as well, winning 41-0 back on the 14th. And Gino, when the Brahmas played Shiner to open up the year, they were underdogs. They won that game. So they know what it's like to be the underdog and come out on top. Coach Tommy Penzick was talking to us earlier this week and said they're getting over some illnesses, they're getting over some injuries, they're getting back to full strength. If they want to beat Hitchcock, they're going to need every last bit of that strength. Gino, back to you.
Thanks, Zach. And on to the Victoria West Warriors football team, who are heading to Corpus to take on the C.C. Miller Buccaneers. Both teams are 4-1 in district play, but Miller is 7-1 on the season. Both teams have already clinched a playoff spot, but the Warriors have a chance to host a playoff game if they win the final 2 games of the regular season. In the past 4 seasons, these 2 teams have played each other twice, and Miller has won both times, 48-22 in 2018 and 63-28 in 2019. The West Warriors are looking to change that. And also, take a look at this photo. The West Warriors high school football page on Facebook had this photo of Victoria coaches wearing t-shirts that say, "Beat Miller." Honestly, I love to see this. I wish this happened more nowadays. And on to the Victoria East Titans, who can put themselves in the driver's seat in district with a share of the district title if they pull out the upset and beat West in the Battle of Boot next week. East has not beat Veterans Memorial in the past 4 seasons. The Titans are 4-1 in district and they could be in a 3-way tie for second place with Miller and West, and kickoff is at 7:30 at Memorial Stadium. I'll be there. Now we have another photo here. This is the CFL Hall of Fans winner, which is Deborah Yinch, who submitted this picture titled Mom Squad. Love to see that with the 80s, and I'm sure they just could go into their closets and pull some stuff out. Maybe it looks really nice there. And Deborah won a $25 gift card to Dickies. barbecue, and a Crossroads Football Live t-shirt. You can always submit your fan favorite photos on our CFL page at crossroadstoday.com. And who knows, you could be our next winner. And Game 1 of the World Series between the Houston Astros and the Philadelphia Phillies is tonight at Minute Maid Park. The Astros are only a couple of years removed from its last World Series appearance, while the Phillies have not reached the big dance in 13 years, back when they won it in 2008. On the mound for the Astros tonight will be Justin Verlander, who's coming off of elbow surgery that kept him out the past 2 seasons. The stadium will be closed tonight, so they won't have to worry about all that rain and wind that the Yankees were complaining about. But the actual first pitch will be at 7:03. Now, also, here's a little fun fact that this is the first World Series to start on a Friday since 1915. Don, I hear you have another fun stat. What is it?
Yes, the Red Sox won that series that year over the National League champion Philadelphia Phillies.
Wow.
Tonight the Phillies are playing. And by the way, that Game 1 will be on our sister station, KVCT Fox 19. All right.
That's right.
Gino, thank you.
All righty, guys, and we're back in a moment. A special Panda's anniversary is being celebrated in Japan. We have that fluffy story after the break.
Shop naked and save at the Homestead. You can take it home and stain it tonight.
What in tarnation? The Homestead's gone rustic. Mosey on over and check out the store today.
That smile, those Chandler wisecracks, Matthew Perry.
Science Foyer. Nice to see you.
Now he's ready to tell the story behind that smile.
Secrets kill people like me.
You're on methadone, Xanax, full quart of vodka a day?
On Friends.
You said that there were 6 friends. One of them was sick.
Yeah.
The Diane Sawyer interview.
It was important to me to do something that would help people.
Tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC.
With Home Chef, your home cooking is home nailing it. Our classic all-in-one meal kits are simple enough for anyone and delicious enough for everyone. When it comes to making dinner, fill in the blanks with Home Chef. Delicious, meat simple.
Get 16 free meals when you sign up at homechef.com.
Join us at First United Methodist Church Sunday mornings at 8:30 on KAVU TV. But if you're looking for a place to worship in person, we'd love to have you join us here at 8:30 and 10:40 in our sanctuary, or at 11 o'clock with Pastor Amanda in our Ignite Contemporary service. As society gets more and more back to normal, we hope that you'll join us for worship. We were made to worship in community. We pray together, sing together, share in Holy Communion together. Won't you come be the church with us at First United Methodist Church?
This is your vote. It's your right. One of these 7 IDs you'll need to show when you arrive at the polling site. If you're eligible to mail in your vote, on your ballot envelope, the number of one of these IDs you'll need to note. And this is the website where you'll find more insight to be able to cast the vote that is your right. Brought to you by the Texas Secretary of State.
Finally tonight, it's pandemonium. Yes, 50 years have passed since China presented Japan with 2 giant pandas to commemorate the normalization of diplomatic relations. The cages that Lan Lan and Kang Kang came in when they were delivered to the zoological gardens there are now on display at the zoo in Tokyo. The pandas became so popular that the number of visitors to the zoo tripled annually to over 7 million the year after their arrival. And there are very few, really, zoos in the United States that have pandas because their climate is really...
No, they're about to go extinct, I think I read the other day, so...
Absolutely, but they look so cute. Is our weather going to be cute this weekend, Howie?
I think so. I mean, we want it to be spooky. It was spooky this morning for sure, but it's going to get a little bit on the cuter side, especially for football. We saw Zach out there live, saw crystal clear blue skies. There's our marine forecast. Water-wise at 76. Days choppy, seas 3 to 5 occasionally, up to 6 feet. So 60s tonight, overnight, down to 54 degrees. I think that's kind of cute, a little cool, but feels very good. Looking ahead to tomorrow, 72, mostly sunny, then headed right into Halloween. Look at that, 78, and down into the 50s overnight. Don, Karina?
Thank you, Howie, and thanks for joining us. Remember, we're streaming 24/7 at Crossroads Today Plus.
And we hope you'll join us tonight for 25 News Now at 10.